Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everyone, old Captain here. This is Asshole Consulting. If you have a request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com. And we have a request from a guy who wants to remain anonymous. He says, hey asshole, I just wanted you to watch this video and give your honest assessment analysis of it. It is from a Red Pill MGTOW related channel. The guy's Turd Flinging Monkey. He's actually quite large on the MGTOW community. And I think it's pretty interesting, and because of a certain place mentioned in the video, I thought it would be up your alley. Let me know your price. Keep my name private, and any links to it here below. And it's from Turd Flinging Monkey. It's part of a series. It's called The Enemies of Man, Part 5, The Male Sex Drive. Now, I'm going to link down to it below. I took some notes here on the phone because I was in my bed doing this beforehand. Because I'm lazy. And you can watch it, but the whole premise is that the male sex drive is much more powerful, larger than the female sex drive. Men want and demand sex more than women, and that presents a disadvantage for the men, where we then, because of our genetic compunction and the sex drive is so strong, that we get ourselves into stupid situations. And it's 100% true. And what he's saying, or arguing, is that, you know, whether you want to rub one out, jerk off, fap, get it out of your system, whatever it is, you have to be aware of this sex drive. And the only way to overcome it, unless I'm misconstruing it, and he can always critique down below, the way to handle this or solve this problem is to have nothing to do with women. And so I'll link to, and it's a great video, and I'll link down to it below. But that's the basic premise. There's much more to it than that. And the client wanted to know what I thought of it and stuff like that. Well, it's 100% correct. It's a very good video. I mean, obviously he rehearsed it and polished it. I'm not just talking presentation, but he is 100% correct. Men do want sex more than women. And I know you fucking want to be, oh, women like sex. No. They don't. And he does a great... It's hard to find data on this, but he does a great, uses some great linear logic where he takes the frequency of sex between lesbian couples, heterosexual couples, and gay couples, and he infers a ratio of 9.4 times. So gay men have sex 9.5 times the rate of lesbian women. And so using that as a proxy or ballpark, he says, look, that's roughly men want sex 9 times more than women. And so I thought that was very clever. And, of course, maybe not 100%. It's going to be impossible to measure it, but that's a great way to measure it. What also supports this is the 80-20 rule, not the Pareto rule, but when the, what was it, OkCupid or whatever came out, and they showed, or no, it was a college study, where they had, what was it, 100 guys and 100 girls in this room. And the girls were supposed to tell which guys they would be interested in dating, and they were equally good looking. Okay, not equally, but like it wasn't all hot men or hot. There was like equal numbers of ugly men as average men as gorgeous men, and the women were willing to date the top 20% of good looking men, and the men were willing to all men were willing to date about 80%. So they weren't willing to date the bottom 20%. So once again, men are more willing to have sex. Also, I've said this before, a lot of the reason men are more successful than women in the world in terms of finance and economics is we always find a way to say yes. Women always find a way to say no. And so that optimism, even though we'll fail more, that constant trying, you're going to make some hits. You're going to, no one bats 1,000, but you got to swing at the ball. Women are very less likely to swing at the ball. Men, we might strike out more, but we're going to hit more home runs. So I did find that particularly interesting. Now, the only thing that I really disagree with is the solution, or these two assumptions that Turd Flinging Monkey has. And that is, he assumes all the women are out to get you. That all women, they're not capable of love. They're out there to screw you over. Love doesn't even exist. It's just chemicals. And there's evidence and proof of this. And so you could have the love of your life, and she's going to run out on you once you lose your money. All right? And they're all going to divorce you. The other thing is that he makes it sound like men have no agency or self-control over this. Like, If I am shown a hot little chick with nice titties, I'm going to be compelled to ask her out and want to go out with her and date her and have sex with her. And there's nothing I can do to control that. And I disagree with both premises. And obviously, because you guys know that I'm not like, no. It is true. Not all women are like that. I've said it before. This is not opinion or theory. It's because I've ran into good women in my life. And I have a hard time, especially in this particular, the virgin tale community, as I like to poke fun at them. The purists, these guys make it sound like there are no good women, that they've never ran into a good woman. And I'm talking friends, family, no, all women are evil. And they're all programmed, and they're equally uncontrolled as men. So women are incapable of selflessness, altruism, and they just want a man for their money. Like men are gravitated to their titties, they are gravitated towards our checkbooks, and uncontrollably so. All right. So I just disagree with it because I've seen it. I've dated several, not a lot. This is where I'll give them a little bit, but less than 1% of the women I've dated were worth marriage. I've said it before. There's only 3. And when you're dating, you think you're having bad luck, man. And this is one of the most important lessons I could tell you, young boys, is when you're dating, you're not having bad luck. The selection is that bad. And Turd Flinging Monkey is right. The vast majority of women, 99% of them, are pretty much money-taking whores. They are not capable of altruism. They are not capable of selflessness. They are in it to get your money. I will agree, the vast majority of them do it unconsciously, because if they ever step back and to do it consciously would mean you'd have to be the most evil villain on the face of the planet. And these girls, I've seen, heck, last night I just saw it happen again to a buddy of mine. But so this is generally good advice, but if you don't leave at least one line in the water, one rod in the water to catch that rare fish, you're going to pass up on something that you are genetically programmed to like, and that will make you very, very, very happy. It will certainly add a lot to your life. So you don't dismiss women all day just because you have a vag. Oh, vag, fuck her, I don't like. No. There are good girls out there. You have to go and find them. Sometimes they'll find you. It's rare. But you should not, and date, figure it out, take your time, you're in no rush, and then maybe you get married to that one once the girl proves it. But do not think, oh, women, they all suck because they have a vag, and then you're missing out on half the population, one of which might make a great wife, might make a great girlfriend, might make a great mother if you want to have a family. Hell, it might just a lover. That's it. You don't even have to have kids or a family. You don't have to get married. So I think you're doing a lot of, there are good girls out there, not a lot, but there are some. And they want to meet a guy too. What if you're the great guy that they really want to meet? And then oh, fuck you, get out of here. You got a vag. So that's the one thing I disagree with, even though the statistics are quite compelling. So I still say keep a rod in the water. Don't dismiss all women. And here's the other thing. Do you like sex? Do you like sex? You can have sex. You don't have to marry. You don't have to be emotionally committed. You can have sex. Women will give it up. So there's that. The other thing is I just don't like this concept that men have no control. Like if I see a beautiful woman, I'm just going to gravitate towards her and treat her better than I will someone who's ugly. Now, that is true. Again, this is the majority of the population. That's what happens. But you personally, watching this video, or if you're on Turd Flinging Monkey side, all right, as much as the disagreements I might have with the Virgin Tale community, we're not talking dumb people here. We're talking people who are probably on the right side of the Bell distribution curve in terms of IQ and intelligence. And so you know what's happening. God almighty, you got the internet. It's not like you're not aware of it. So you can put 2 to 2 together, come up with 4, and you can say, no, I am personally going to determine for myself. I'm going to have agency and control over myself, and I'm not going to go after. In fact, perfect example. There's this Hottie McHot-Hots over at the office that my girlfriend works at. And I'll go visit the GF we'll go get lunch or something. And this girl is absolutely gorgeous, a beautiful woman. But in knowing gorgeous women and then also hearing stories, I just know this person is bad news. I mean, it's your typical Hottie McHot-Hots, jiggly tits. And she's nice, she's kind. There's been no untoward things, but that is the last person I'd get involved with. And it's not to say I don't date hot women or I'm not attractive to hot women. It's just like I know what's on the other side of that. Drama, chaos, control, manipulation, 90210 bullshit. So I know not to get, ooh, hey, how you doing? Ooh, hey, how you? Ooh, hey, ha, ha. You know, no, none of that. I'm just like, I'm cordial. I'm civil. I treat her just like anybody else. Because even though, like, the genetics would be like, yeah, I want to bang that. That's it. I know better. You guys know better. So there will be good-looking women that, the vast majority of which, you know, hot, crazy matrix are crazy. And you know, just like, keep them at arm's length. But then there's one that might actually be kind, might be interesting, might be unique. One that you're attracted to. And you're like, oh, well, okay. But you're still going to you still know it's a known quantity. It's a known element. So you have it within your knowledge and control to turn off the downstairs brain and use the upstairs brain and say, all right, let's see how this goes. And then maybe this might be the unicorn, you know? But if you're just like, oh, it's uncontrollable. I got to swear off. I got to jerk off all the time. Nope, no girls for me. No. I'm a fucking monk. I'm a eunuch. You're going to miss out on what could be a rare opportunity. So I'm not saying get hopes up, get excited, but control yourself. If you see a beautiful woman, don't like, oh, I'm just so compelled, I better stay away from her. Keep her at arm's distance, but don't blow her off either. You know, fine. And I'll get to this in the strategy down below, but you don't have to, the hot ones that are crazy, you could still fuck them. You could still do that. You don't have to deal with their bullshit. You can still enjoy them for 1 or 2 evenings. So that right there is so the agency of men, and also that all women are bad. They're both wrong premises to have this total solution of, oh, you know, just fuck women. I want nothing to do with them and all that. So what I'm recommending is kind of not a compromise strategy, but a strategy that has the best of both worlds. You don't throw yourself at women. You don't pussy pedestal them. They're not the number one thing in life. You follow my definition of big top, which is the one and only true God, the one and only true definition. And that is a reprioritization of your priorities, a reordering of your priorities. Women are no longer number one. You are number one. You go live your life. Okay? This doesn't mean you kick them off the list of priorities. They can be down below, like 10th or 11th place. And I think women, you know, really are down there, kind of for me. But you go and do your own thing. And you admit that, okay, I got this huge biological compunction to go have sex. Well, you can have your cake and eat it too. As long as you didn't kick women off the list. If they're down below, you're going to live your life. You're not going to get screwed over. And you know women, you have the agency, you have the intelligence, you have the consciousness, you have the sentience to know, that might be danger over there. I'm not going to put my heart in it. I'm not going to get involved mentally. But I'm going to not dismiss her immediately out of hand because she has a vag. And so what that will do is it'll allow you to date. It'll allow you to have sex. You might fall in love and find the true unicorn. You might. But at no risk. Because you know better. Because you decided you're going to have agency and control over the little guy downstairs. All right? So that is what I think is the best one. You don't kick women out of your life completely. You put them where they deserve to be. Down below. Way below. Behind you, your career, your education, your hobbies, your friends, and then they gotta prove individually that they deserve to be higher ranked. Like my girlfriend obviously is higher ranked, but when I first met, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Just another tall drink of water, thinks she's hot and, you know, tiddly-mickets. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, she's proving herself. And that was what you gotta, look, do you like being judged and prejudged? Do you like being dismissed out of hand? No, you'd like to prove yourself. Well, there are some good women out there that can prove themselves. It's rare. It's really rare. And you can, you know, as long as they're down there on the priority list, you can figure out who's who rather quickly without much emotional, financial, or time costs. But every once in a while, there'll be a girl that's like, oh, hey, you're different. You're kooky. And then that might be the unicorn. So, I like the video. It's great, and he talked about many other things. He delved into the genetics and biology and government and things like that. So it's absolutely mine. He's 100% correct. I just disagree with his solution of like, oh, let's have nothing to do with women, because for my clients and my peeps, I think women can be a plus in your life if you it's just like they're just like nuclear material. It can blow up in your face and you die of radiation poisoning. Or just being obliterated, or you can use it to generate nuclear power. There is a potential with women, good ones, to make your life a lot better. It's just, I mean, it takes decades. Some of you are lucky sons of bitches, you find them right off the bat. But they can be out there. I'm not saying they are out there. They can be, and for minimal investment, just tossing one line in the water, not dismissing them, you can have the benefits of that, or the chances of meeting a quality woman, improving your life, with no risk, no investment, no time. You just do your own thing. You reprioritize. You do your own life. Women are attracted to a guy doing his own thing. The girls that are going to be attractive are going to, well, I like his life, so it's kind of a self-screening thing. Like, the girl that is attracted to you because of the things you do will not want you to stop doing those things. Like, I ride motorcycles. The girls I've dated would never have said, stop riding motorcycles. They like that, or climbing mountains, or whatever the fuck I do. Daily dancing, another thing. Hell, most of the gals I met was because plurality of the girls I met was because of dancing. Not one of them ever said, stop dancing, I don't like this dancing stuff. If anything, like, you gotta go dancing. It's like, shut the fuck up, I do it for a living, it's so boring for me now. So that's, do your thing, you be you. We sell cars, you be you. You sell you. What was it? We sell cars, you sell you. That's the accurate thing. What was that? Comedians and cars getting coffee, that's what it was. Anyway, so that's it. Great video, I'll have it linked down below. Just don't be so dour and pessimistic as these Virgin towels. Best of luck. Toodles.